Update on the Adam Kokesh situation. For those of you who don't know, Adam was picked up in Colorado. Saguache, I can't even pronounce the name
Saguache.
of this town, even
Saguache,
though I've talked to
Colorado.
their deputies ad nauseum over the past 48-hour period. Ironically enough, the woman manning the phone was named Deputy Adolf.
Eesh.
That's a rough one, dude. I might have to change that name if it were me. Deputy Adolf was rather helpful, but rewinding. Adam was arrested in Colorado 2 days ago with mushrooms in his possession. That's what the charges are. At first contact with his family, I was told that his arm was broken. For 24 hours, they let him sit without medical attention. Finally, they report that he saw a nurse. I don't know if x-rays were given. I don't know what's up with that, but the arm's not broken. It's just really, really, really hurt. The community is incredible. You guys jumped right to the call when we were trying to get him out of there and get him to a hospital. Sadly, when the bondsman showed up, Adam is refusing release. He's refusing release on a list of demands, two that I'm aware of. One being the immediate return of his vehicle, and number two being a written apology. I spent a good 20 minutes on the phone with the captain of the police department playing a really bad version of good cop. Or maybe not. How many are? It's not going to happen to Adam. I know that we will see him back in Gardenia soon. Right now,
yes,
he needs our support. So head on over to my page. The last post I made has the phone numbers for the jail he is being housed at and the police department that arrested him. Their phone numbers are there. You guys do with that what you want. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Do with that what you want.
And we will do everything in our power to, maybe use those phone calls and phone numbers in proper manner. That was Adam Kokesh's girlfriend doing a report on Adam being in prison in Saguache, Colorado. And interesting enough, I had dinner with him literally earlier that night, and it was a great, one of the most profound dinners and get-togethers I've ever had in my life, in all honesty. But this is Break the Chains Media. Welcome back, freedom fighters, to another edition. This is Tuesday, December 14th, 2021, Tyranny Response Tuesday, and I am your host, Corey. We're going to get into all of the news regarding Adam Kokesh and his imprisonment, his kidnapping by the police in Saguache, Colorado, and the details regarding that, as well as Governor Jared Polis ending the state of emergency in Colorado and what that means for the mandates, whether it be across the state or across certain counties or cities, or how does that all play out. And it's just very interesting that he has ended the emergency, even though the new Omicron is coming out and it's prevalent, but it's actually much more in depth and involved than that. But we will get into all that. If this is the first time checking out Break the Chains Media, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. Find me on all the new tech platforms: BitChute, Minds, Rumble, Gab, Facebook if you want, Telegram. I'm on Telegram, t.me/Break the Chains Media. That's where I post most of my stuff, is on Telegram. If you want to see the full video of the update regarding Adam Kokesh, link will be in the description. Channel name is G.I. Mary Jane, and you can watch the full 10-minute video there, but I just did a quick little excerpt of that video for you to get a little insight on what's going on there. But first, we are going to jump into it. Yes, Adam Kokesh, unfortunately, was detained by Saguache, Colorado police due to whether I'm assuming some sort of driving infraction. I don't know. He was pulled over and he had mushrooms on his person, which is a form of medicine, in all honesty. Like, he's not intending any nefarious means. It is for his personal, PTSD, and he is a former Marine, and he has every right to go with what he will in regards to how he wants to treat his personal, issues, and that's totally fine, and he has full right to do that. And the issue is that Adam was taken and detained by police. His dogs were thrown into the pound. His dog was, his truck was impounded, and now he's got the bondsman. We saw it in the video there, but he's refusing release on a condition in terms of a written apology and the fact that his arm was injured, and how the state's the state in law enforcement treated him, and I think that's totally reasonable. I know Adam, and we sat for about 3 hours before he left. We had dinner at a fantastic restaurant. We had a great time. We talked about all kinds of stuff, freedom, liberty, living off the land, being your own homesteader. Just such a wealth of information Adam is. And he's just, non-aggression principle, and he's a very stand to his guns kind of man, just very principled in his nature, and he's just passionate on whatever he says. He can be rough around the edges as far as trying to get his point across, but at the end of the day, it's all in love, and it's all in value, and it's all in your personal worth, and how you're contributing, and how you are the sole proprietor in your personal investment in your life. You are your own government. And he is, very, very much a person who has disdain for the government. He's very much an anti-war person. This is not his first encounter with police and with being arrested. He was arrested another time regarding marijuana in, I believe it was Philadelphia or DC. I'm not too sure. The guy ran for president. He knows he knows his rights. He knows what to do and what not to do, and how to go about it. And he is just he's a very well-versed and well-educated individual, and my full support is with him. But we need to show up, and we need to be a part of that as well. So if you are available, I will be posting this in my Break the Chains Media Telegram channel, as well as on Instagram and Twitter, most likely. But this is the information regarding Adam Kokesh. Iraqi war veteran, former Marine, freedom fighter Adam Kokesh is jailed in Colorado for psilocybin. Court support needed via telephone Wednesday, December 15th. That is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. 2 p.m. Mountain Time. 720-650-7664. Code is 927174122. Hashtag free Adam Kokesh. So let's get this trending. Let's get this involved. We have every right to stand up for a fellow freedom fighter and someone who was unlawfully detained and, in my personal opinion, treated unjustly. Unjust. Very unjust. So that is that. And moving on into other Colorado news, or potentially national news, depending on how you see it. Colorado Governor Jared Polis has ended the emergency, has officially ended the state of emergency here in Colorado. We've got several different articles reporting on that, and it is just very interesting to see his perspective on the whole thing. So with that, we have an article here from the New American. Colorado Democratic governor declares COVID emergency is over. Jared Polis on Thursday states that his state citizens no longer need to wear masks. He is lifting the mandate that suffocated freedom in the once red state, is now saying the health officials step beyond their bounds. That is from Jared Polis himself. However, he's playing politics, okay? He knows he's up for re-election in the November next year. He's trying to play both sides. He's a Democrat, but at the same time he knows that a lot of his state constituents are very against democratic values and the Democratic Party in general. So he's trying to play both sides of the court here, and he was obviously instituting very tyrannical and unconstitutional medical tyranny, but now he's trying to placate and trying to step back and trying to make his own peace, right? Our top goal, this is quote from Polis, our top goal is always to follow the science. There was a time when there was no vaccine and masks were all we had, and we needed to wear them, and Colorado stepped up, which was great. The mask mandate that I ordered is the kind of thing that I didn't hesitate to do in the emergency. When you're in an emergency situation, public health would say that to wear a mask. But you don't tell people to wear a jacket when they go out in the winter and force them to. If they get frostbite, it's their own darn fault. These are all quotes from Polis. If you haven't been vaccinated, that is your choice. I respect that. But it's your fault when you're in the hospital with COVID. It's almost like they made a deliberate decision not to get vaccinated. Quote from Polis. Okay? So that's one article there. This is from the New York Post. Despite Omicron. See, the New York Post. Despite Omicron. So what he said here is he's basically shifting the narrative from no more mandates to get your vaccine and promote the vaccine. And to get instituted and do every due diligence you can. We have all the resources to get vaccines, and it's your personal choice. I'm not a doctor. I'm just reporting the news, right? Yeah, but he says, those who get, this is a quote from Governor Polis, those who get sick, it's almost entirely their own darn fault. I don't want to say that nobody will get the virus if they're vaccinated, but it's very rare. Just to put it in perspective, of the 1,400 people hospitalized, less than 200 or 16% are vaccinated. And many of them are older or have other conditions. 84% in our hospitals are unvaccinated, and they have absolutely every chance to get vaccinated. Okay, that is quoted from Governor Polis. And now, stepping in tangent with that, what is the definition of vaccinated or unvaccinated? And this is how they play the words and play their narratives, and they have this Orwellian doublespeak kind of discussion and wordplay. And does vaccinated mean 1 dose, 2 dose, 3 dose, boosters, no boosters? So there's a gray area in what determines unvaccinated, correct? But there was something I want, and this is the big takeaway from it, okay? Quote from Governor Polis: "The emergency is over. Public health officials don't get to tell people what to wear. That's just not their job. Public health officials would say to always wear a mask because it decreases flu and decreases other airborne illnesses. But that's not something that you require. You don't tell people what to wear. You don't tell people to wear a jacket when they go out in winter and force them to wear it. If they get frostbite, it's their own darn fault. If you haven't been vaccinated, that's your choice. I respect that. But it's your fault when you're in the hospital with COVID." So he's speaking in this very, like I said, he's playing both sides here. It's your choice, and he's gonna what I see here, and this is another thing from reason.com, basically stating the same thing. Okay, it's all the same stuff. But in summary, he's playing both sides. He's trying to cater to the left by saying do the right thing and follow the science and go with the vaccines but at the same time he's also catering to the conservative base and saying health officials don't have the authority to tell you what to wear and how to wear it and the mandates. And therein lies this now confusion, because the governor has taken away the emergency acts and no longer in a state of emergency. Therefore, the health officials, it now falls onto the counties and the cities and the different regulatory bodies within these counties and cities. And that's where our fight is to go to your county health offices, go to your county commissioners, go to your school board meetings. And we need to rise up and just say, our governor stated that this emergency is over. He even quoted, you can use Governor Polis's quote to say the health officials don't have authority to tell you what to wear, as far as going on in the mask mandate argument. So therein lies our whole unsure and unwritten future. We have to stand up and stand for our rights, personal freedoms, personal choice. We have a choice to get the vaccine. We have a choice not to. We have a choice to wear the mask. We have a choice not to. No one's telling us what to do or how to do it. And I think that is the largest takeaway in this discussion. So with that being said, I appreciate you all. I love you all. Well, stay tuned. Remember, call that county, call the Saguache, Colorado number for Adam Kokesh. The numbers will be in the link, and all the information will be in the description down below, as well as on my Telegram channel. Follow me on all the new tech platforms: BitChute, Minds, Rumble, Gab. And I appreciate you all. I love you all. And until next time, keep fighting for freedom.